Guys, Deluded Guna, YouTube's N'Golo Kante, the best YouTuber at this. Thank you very much for watching my stuff, guys. Thank you very much for rocking with me. Thank you very much for everything you guys do, man. Without you, I'm nothing. I do this and I get extra motivation because of you guys. You guys, when I'm feeling down, you lot say some positive stuff that I read through. You lot make me feel so important and special and things, man. So thank you very much for that. But one of you also asked me to make a video about Zlatan Ibrahimović coming back into the Sweden fold now. For those who don't know, Sweden have now qualified for the World Cup against the odds somewhat. So yeah, to make it a bit easy, I've actually done something different. I've made a pros and a cons list, and I've got it in front of me, and I'm going to refer to them to try and make this make sense. So let's start with the yes. There's not many of them, but let's start with this. Why he should come back. At the end of the day, it's Zlatan Ibrahimović. I know he's not where he previously was and he's injured, and how his time scale when he comes back and how he comes back are all different things. United fans that follow the progress more vigorously and more under the microscope can tell you any better. But it's Zlatan Ibrahimović. He got 20-odd goals for Man United. For Man United before he got injured. He's won things wherever he's gone. He's conquered leagues and things. Yeah, he's aging, but he's still looking after himself and doing dirt. It's Zlatan Ibrahimović. He'll provide experience into that side, galvanize them because there'll be a better player on the field now. Obviously he's not world class now, but a top class player in Zlatan Ibrahimović to boost their chances of course it's a long shot for Sweden winning the World Cup, but if any country is not trying to win the World Cup or have some or even dreaming slightly of it, as unrealistic as it is, what's the point being at the World Cup? It's like Royal Rumble for those of you who watch WWE. Does Scotty Too Hotty can he honestly win the Royal Rumble and get a ticket to WrestleMania? No, but if you're not trying to win that, what are you doing there essentially? So yeah, he's the experience, the quality. Ultimately, because of how good he is as a player, as old as he's getting on, you have a better chance of winning. You just have a better chance of winning. And another point I come up with, as I don't really think it's a point, but he's a good serviceman. He's given service to Sweden for years. It would be a nice touch to see him have a send-off at the World Cup. But yeah, why I say no, he firstly retired from international football. So you can't retire and then come out just because you see your country do stuff. That's not fair and that's not right and that's disrespectful to the players that were there. So yeah, in regards to the players that were there in the qualifying, how would it feel to have to miss someone missing out on their place that helped out during qualifying because of Zlatan Ibrahimović? Again, I don't think that's fair, regardless of if there is a golfing quality between some players that could be used in that example. I really don't think it's fair. And what message does that send to the players that were there, that were fighting to get calls up to play in these games, that went and beat France 2-1 and got a result against Italy over two legs? What message does that send? Does that send out? That sends out that Zlatan is bigger than all of us and things, and you're going to fight for your country at a World Cup competition. You can't afford to do anything like that. Ultimately, as well, he's not the future of Sweden. He retired. They sucked it up. They moved forward. Now they can use, I don't know, younger players or players that are going to be there in the next Euros and just move on forward. Why would you further cripple yourself and go back to relying on Zlatan or using Zlatan I don't want to say served you rightly because Zlatan's a good player, but it served you right because you've made the World Cup. You've sucked it up. You've moved on. Life goes on without anyone. So yeah, and lastly, I don't know for Zlatan's fitness, if he can make an impact. Now we know he's going to be back in December or whatever, but again, I think he's going to come back and hit the ground running. But with these sort of injuries, it takes time. It takes time to get back to a suitable level and things like that. I don't know how his fitness is going to pan out. How many games he's going to play in the season and things like that. I don't know. So yeah. In short, my personal opinion is I don't think it's fair. Like, I wouldn't call him up. I love it, Zlatan Ibrahimović a lot, but you can't get called up because you didn't play no part. You retired from it. He played no real part. Correct me if I'm wrong. He might have played before he retired. I didn't really check going into this. He might have played some part in the qualifiers, but I just don't think it's fair, man. I think the players that were there, that were committed, especially the ones that were there to see out the result against Italy, deserve it. All deserve it. Whether they get through to the last 16 and all these things is a different story, but the players that went through blood, sweat, and tears, ultimately, in my opinion, are the ones that deserve to go to the World Cup and have the icing on the top of the icing on top of the cherry on top of the cake, or whatever the saying is, man. Guys, Deluded Guna, I'm signing out. Thank you very much for watching. It means the world to me. I'm out.